Match number 18 of the 7 Districts presents Emirates D10 2025 powered by Fancode, and it's a good one. The home side Sharjah taking on high-flying team Fujairah, who are of course the defending champions of the D10 as well. Live and exclusive from the home of cricket in the UAE, the iconic Sharjah Cricket Stadium. So no time to lose. Mudassar Ali in position with the two captains for the all-important toss.
Toss time, captains are ready. Khalid Shah leading Sharjah and Mayank Chaudhary, the captain of Fujairah. And we do have the services of Mr. Iftikhar Ali, our match referee. Home side is Sharjah, so Khalid will flip the coin and Mayank will call. Tail is the call and it came down as tail it is. Mayank, आपका निर्णय?
हम बॉलिंग करेंगे पहले. We are bowling first.
कोई खास वजह क्योंकि काफ़ी गर्मी भी है आज.
ये छोटा फॉर्मेट है तो गर्मी में बॉल डाले या कभी भी डाले कंडीशन तो सेम रहेगी. तो छोटा फॉर्मेट है तो टारगेट सामने रहता है तो थोड़ा इजी हो जाता है.
एक हफ्ते के बाद आ रहे हैं मैदान पे तो कितना वेल प्रिपेयर्ड है आपकी टीम?
बस हमारी टीम की प्रैक्टिस चल रही थी तो सारे ट्रेनिंग में है, टच में है, तो रेस्ट के बाद आ रहे हैं तो सही है.
पहले गेंदबाजी कर रहे हैं तो कितना लक्ष्य आप देखेंगे सेकंड इनिंग्स में?
75.
चले, ऑल द बेस्ट एंड डू वेल.
थैंक यू.
This hot and humid conditions, they have asked you to bat first.
Very happy with that, no problem, because fielding second will be a bit finer, so I believe batting or fielding doesn't matter when you have a good side.
Similar kind of question what I have asked to Mayank. You are coming back in this stadium after a week's break. How well is your team prepared, keeping in mind that conditions are really tough?
Well, obviously, but looking at the team and looking at the players, because obviously we all know that the quality which we have in UAE, the facilities which we have games throughout the week. So I'm sure they haven't played in Sharjah, but they've been playing cricket in Ajman and Dubai, so they must be well prepared for this game.
Absolutely, Khalid. And tell us about Irfan's injury. Is he recovering well?
Yeah, he has been recovered, but still a couple of days of rest has been told to him by the doctor. But we have a couple of changes here. Luqman Faisal and Hamid Khan are not playing. We have Alishan Sharafu back in Sharjah and Muhammad Halan back in the squad.
Best of luck and enjoy the occasion.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
So the news from the sideline is that Mayank Chaudhary has won the toss and Fujairah will be bowling first.
Thank you very much, Mudassar Ali. So there you have it. Fujairah won the toss and elected to bowl first. Let's take a look at the two playing 11s. We'll start with Sharjah. Alishan Sharafu, player of the match in that iconic game versus Bangladesh to seal that series victory. He has been the big incoming signing for Sharjah. Wais Ali Shah, Dania Liaquat, Halan Mohammed, the youngster, Ibrahim Masood, the young leggy, Irfan Yusufzai, Khalid Shah, Khuzaima bin Tanveer, Nurullah, Tahir Zaman and Wasim Akram. And for Fujairah, very settled side, Aryan Saxena, Falak Noor, right arm Seamer, Harshit Kaushik, Keshav Sharma, Mayank leading the side, Mohit Kalyan, Nabil Aziz, Rais Ahmed, Rohit Rathi, Sabir Rao and Sanjay Pahel, who's already had an outstanding first half of the D10, will be looking to continue his good form in this crunch encounter. Joining me in the comm box for what should be a thrilling game is Shoaib Ahmed. Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon, Ahmed. Good to see Alishan Sharafu back in the domestic circuit after being the player of the match in that historic UAE-Bangladesh series where UAE won against Bangladesh. First time they've beaten a full-fledged test-playing member in a bilateral series. And he's riding high on confidence. And with him is Khalid Shah, the skipper of Sharjah, who will be opening the proceedings for the side in this 10-over format.
And it's going to be very experienced Sabir Ali Rao, 2 wickets in the tournament so far, has been capped by the UAE for quite a long time, was their go-to left-arm seamer, represented Abu Dhabi Knight Riders in the DP World ILT20 as well. So good man to have with the new ball. There is a long off and a square leg immediately in position for Alishan Sharafu. Absolute beast when it comes to scoring prodigiously in these D tournaments. Has been player of the series many times and making the switch over from Abu Dhabi to Sharjah. So they have certainly bolstered their batting resources. Match number 18 of the D10. First ball, Sabir to Alishan. Going beyond the tram lines on the offside. Hint of swing for Sabir. That will encourage him. And you can see the game plan. He doesn't want to bowl too straight to Alishan Sharafu. Fujairah did get a shock loss in their last encounter in the D10 just before the break, but overall they've been playing well. 3 wins in their 4 games. Defending champions of the D10 as well. With that stunning victory in the final they had over Sharjah. So these two teams certainly have a lot of scores to settle in the 2025 edition of this tournament. Sharjah looking to finally get on the winners' podium after so many runners-up finishes. Check drive in the gap. Cover fielder gives an almighty chase, but that is sweet timing from Alishan to get off the mark. What a wonderful shot.
Well, he's started from where he left in that big final. Just look at that placement. Similar kind of shot to win the game against Bangladesh, and he's played that again in the gap and places it. Sublime timing from Alishan Sharfu. He's in good form.
Fabulous shot that. Just placing it in the gap. Long off, it just moved wider, but that's really not going to help if he keeps piercing the offside ring. Early boundary. Flick of the wrist, but there is a long leg in position. And interesting feedback or input coming in from Haider Razak from the previous encounter. He said the pitch is a lot better one. It's good for batting. So let's see if Sharjah can turn it on here against Fujairah. 110, 120 is probably the score they will be eyeing. And this man will be eyeing that square leg boundary. Immediately a fielder in the deep towards the mid-wicket region. Mid-on is being pushed to the fence as well for Khalid Shah. Dangerous player. This is his home ground. And he will certainly look to go after Sabir. If the left arm seamer errs in his line, he will travel. Very fine margins at the D10 between success and failure. Everybody in on the offside ring. And he's flicked it behind square. 1 bounce.
That's very well done. He enjoys playing that shot. On the pads, easy pickings. No half measures from Khalid Shah. Just exquisite timing. And Sabir Rao has been hit for another boundary.
Yeah, not a good ball at all. Full and drifting onto the pads. You can wake up Khalid Shah at 3 a.m. and bowl at his pads and he'll flick you for 6. He's lucky it was only 1 bounce. Not a good start to the bowling effort for Fujairah. Good change of pace there. Caught him by surprise, was shaping up for that big slash. But Sharjah have gotten a positive start. And getting this man into your ranks. He's a perennial D series winner across all 3 formats. Whether it be 10, 20, 50. For various franchises in the UAE. For various state sides. He has been the leading run getter. Won the D series as captain as well. I remember the very first D50 when he was leading an Emirates Blues side. Inside edge on that occasion. Shoaib, you were there alongside me in 2019, I believe, when a very young Alishan Sharfu caused the shock of the tournament as Emirates Blues took the title in the very first edition.
That was 2020. And in the Dubai International Stadium, I remember that vividly. That's when he announced himself. Him and Vritya Arvind, both of them coming through the same age group level cricket, and both of them making a mark. And a lot of credit has to go to ECB and to the management for organizing the D series.
Good comeback by Sabir in the end, closing out the over well. We'll certainly continue that conversation. 11 for no loss. So it's going to be Sanjay Pahal taking the new ball here for Fujairah from the Sharjah Cricket Academy end. Right arm seamer. He's had a stunning tournament. Look at that. 6 wickets. Very good economy rate as well. Below 8. Anything below 10 is truly outstanding. And he's going way, way less than that. And absolutely, like you mentioned, full credit to the Emirates Cricket Board for starting this D series in 2020. It has been that pathway for a lot of young cricketers. Prithvi Arvind, Ali Shan Sharifu, like you mentioned. And the recent debutants as well. Beautiful delivery. Swinging in late to the front pad. And Khalid Shah just about got his bat down in time. Was caught by surprise on that late movement. Very nicely done indeed. So there is certainly something to work with in terms of the new ball if you can get it right. And of course, since then, we've seen the likes of Ethan D'Souza, Saghir Khan, Mohammad Zohaib. Many, many discoveries of the D tournaments in the recent past. Mayank Chaudhary himself. Oh, that's high. That will be a beamer. It's been maneuvered behind square. And the umpire has immediately called it a no ball. That was a delivery that really shook up Khalid Shah.
They're surprising him on that occasion. It was a beamer, eyes off the ball. Does well to get his bat in the line of the ball and push it towards square leg. A free hit for Alishan Sharifu.
Well, that's the last man in the UAE you want to give a free hit to. There is a deep square leg and a mid-wicket in position for Pahal. So is it going to be something back of a length, off pace maybe? A touch straighter. Let's see. Free hit. Oh, crushed through the covers. The sound of the blade said it all. Smashing drive from Ali Shan.
That's such a great shot. That's a shot of a confident man. Making room for himself and placing it, piercing it in the gap. Alishan Sharifu, he is looked in red hot form and he's growing in confidence. Even in the 10 over format, he's not afraid to play his shots. Fearless cricketer.
Mature beyond his years. He's still only 22 years old, if you can believe. Oh, what a lovely chip. Shimmy down the track. Up and over. That is Alishan Sharifu at his best.
Yeah, just a great shot. Timing on this one. It had the class of Alishan Sharifu written all over it. It's just great use of feet. He does enjoy coming down the track. And beautiful position to get into. Sanjay Pahal, he'll be impressed with that shot as well.
Well, I'm sure that will be on his Instagram later this evening. Do remember to mention us, Mr. Alishan. We would like some followers. I'm sure you have hundreds of thousands by now, especially from Bangladesh. They certainly appreciate a good cricketer, and he is a champion cricketer, is Alishan. Oh, nicely bowled, wide out swinger. You did see him perhaps step away from the crease and bowled it wider.
A good comeback from Sanjay, bowling it away from the hitting range of Alishan, and some movement in the air too. Bowled full and beats Alishan.
Just to expand on your conversation about this D series that has been operating for the last 5 years, Ayan Afzal Khan comes to mind as well, who did so well in these tournaments and represented the UAE. Highish full toss again, not making use of it. So I think that list of players that have done well in D and then went on to debut for the country is a very long one indeed. Simranjeet Singh comes to mind as well.
There's quite a few in recent times as well. Saghir Khan has done well in the D series. He's got a call up. Zohaib has done well. If you look at the current playing 11, most of them have done well in one of the formats at least. Aryan Sharma announced himself in the 50 over format. So quite a few of them have actually made a mark, and that is why this is a stepping stone in the UAE domestic circuit. If you want to get to UAE's senior side, do well in the D series. 2 overs done, 22 for no loss.
Positive move made by Sharjah. Taking the floating power play immediately. Falak Noor, the young fast bowler, will be asked to bowl in it from the Bukhatir end. And of course, perhaps the most prominent beneficiary of these D tournaments is Mr. Rahul Chopra himself. In that outstanding D50 tournament he had 18 months ago, was stacking up the hundreds, was called in to the national team and he performed so well. Now he is the one-day captain of the UAE. Falak Noor, only his second game in the tournament, started off well. 2 wickets in his first game. Economy rate is excellent. Another young, exciting fast bowler. Has got pace, has got the ability to generate extra bounce off the surface. Deep point and a deep square leg in position. Alishan Sharafo is looking good. 14 of 9 with a couple of cracking boundaries already. Just chipping it down the ground. Toe end of the bat will pick up a single. So like Shoaib is mentioning, you have to give your best at these D tournaments. And you certainly will be catching the eye of the national team selectors. And what stunning T20 cricket UAE has been playing in the last 18 months. Gulf Cup champions and now rolling over Bangladesh.
Yes, in the last couple of years, UAE have seen a massive surge in terms of their performance, and the results have been more favorable for them. You look back, you see them beating Afghanistan in a bilateral series. They won a game. They haven't been able to win the series, but they went into the final of the three T20I series against Afghanistan. They beat New Zealand in a 3-match series as well. They played against West Indies in the ODI format. And all the other teams have also, all the other cricketing nations have taken notice of the quality that is here on display in the UAE. So teams that tour the Middle East, the Asian subcontinent, want to come to UAE, start their tour here, play against top quality side, get some match practice, so to speak, play, and then head on to the full-fledged tour. And that is what Bangladesh did before going to Pakistan.
Oh, absolutely. And it's fair to say Team UAE completely outclassed them over the duration of the 3 matches. They actually should have won the first game as well. They needed about 60 or 40 when Rahul Chopra got out. Then unfortunately a collapse came in. So it could have been a clean sweep in that series.
Yes, they did have a very strong chance. And when we saw that game, we were part of the commentary team in that game as well. I thought that was as close as we would get to beating Bangladesh in a series. But they did better. That went on to win the second game, came from behind and then equaled the series and went on to win the third T20 International as well.
Truly was a dream series for the UAE. Bigger and better things to come for sure in the near future. Oh, it's a full toss delivery. Just swung away late. Caught Alishan by surprise. Yeah, that's what he's gesturing. He's just fiddling around in the air. In 2024, UAE won 20 out of 26 matches in T20. And of course, the biggest victory in that season was winning the ACC Men's Premier Cup, booking our ticket to the Asia Cup that is coming up in this autumn, September, October. Can you imagine if UAE can roll over one of the big fish like Sri Lanka, Pakistan, India? You never know. It certainly is possible. You have to dream big. And with the likes of Wasim, Ali Shan, Saghir, Junaid Siddiqui, Ali Nasir. Pummel down the ground. No missing out on that full toss. Alishan Sharafu, stand and deliver for 4.
He's in the groove. Alishan Sharafu, a full toss, not the best of deliveries, and straight down the ground. Hammered by Alishan. And another boundary comes Sharjah's way. They needed that. They need to get to at least 110, if not more.
Yeah, this is not smart bowling from Falak. You have a deep point and a deep square. So the onus is on you to bowl back of length or on a good length. And he's been over pitching. He's been striving for that Yorker. Drive balls will be put away. Even if you have a deep extra or a deep mid wicket or a long on long off. Alishan will not spare you. Good delivery. Was right on the tram line, swinging away. And a rare dot ball faced by Alishan. Sharjah though, final delivery of power play, they would have liked another 10 runs here. It's been a stop-start sort of effort from them so far. Falak in the end has only conceded 7 runs, so he's not done that badly. Fujairah also a very strong side, a lot of depth, especially in terms of all-rounders. So they're certainly going to put up stiff resistance. Final ball of the power play. Falak Noor will be hoping to close it out well. Slower delivery, red and chipped to mid-off. The back of the hander does the trick. And a huge blow to Sharjah. Ali Shan is gone.
A much needed breakthrough for the Orange Army. Fujairah looking desperately for that wicket. Back of the hand. Sliced it up in the air. Should have looked to clear the fielder. Was the plan. Couldn't execute that shot well. And a simple catch at mid-off. So Ali Shan looked good for his 19 of 14. Was just looking to tee off at this point in time. Couldn't do so. Sharjah lose their first. It's 29 for 1.
So Noorullah Ayubi, UAE under 19, coming in at number 3. Bit of a surprise that he's in this early. But he certainly is capable to wield the long willow. It's going to be left arm spin coming immediately on after the power play. Keshav Sharma has been outstanding in the tournament so far. 7 wickets, excellent economy rate. And with the field being spread, but there is a left-hander in the form of Khalid Shah on strike. So taking a look at the field setup. 3 men deep on the onside, long on, mid-wicket, deep square. There to the extreme left of your screen. They've got a deep cover and a long off as well. So let's see if Keshav can hold his own against Khalid Shah. Oh, full toss delivery. He has not maximized it by any means. They will push for 2. Good running between the wickets. But you don't want to be bowling those kind of deliveries often at Khalid Shah. It may land on the main road towards square leg. And there's plenty of traffic, so they should need to be careful as well. Overall, he's had a good tournament, Keshav. Very useful all-rounder. Can bat. Only going to be 1 towards deep cover, or are they going to push for 2? No, good fielding in the deep. Got the throw off quickly.
Yeah, that's good. Good fielding exhibition from the fielder in the deep. Was quick to release the ball. Didn't try to keep it in his hand and didn't allow the batters to go for the second. 32 for 1 for Sharjah. Not a bad start, but they need to get going now.
Nicely bowled there. Finishing around middle and leg. Had to respect the good delivery. Noorullah immediately off the mark. But yeah, one batter amongst this pair needs to keep taking a risk, keep going big. A score of 95-100 odd will not really challenge Fujairah. They need more than that. Maybe get up to 115, 120. Will be a wide on that occasion. You can see the strategy that Keshav has in mind. Wants to bowl outside the hitting arc of Khalid Shah. It's a fresh wicket, so not much turn on offer just yet. Maybe later in the evening. Will be another wide, so this is becoming a lengthy over.
Yeah, Keshav trying a bit too much. Trying to bowl it away from Khalid Shah. I know it's a left-handed batter, so he doesn't want him to aim the cow corner. Wanting him to cut the ball. Play on the offside. Catches the call. This could be a chance. Fielder settling. And taken. Simple catch for Harshit Kaushik. And Keshav enjoys that wicket of Khalid Shah.
Well, this is the umpteenth time we've seen a full toss being miscued in the D10. Just sliced it instead of connecting clean. And Harshit Kaushik at long off takes a good running catch. Just about held on. And that's a huge moment in the game. The captain of Sharjah departs, 35 for 2. So another attack-minded batter coming in at number 4 for Sharjah, Dania Liaquat. He's having a fabulous tournament. Look at that strike rate. 114 runs already. And he'll be chomping at the bit here.
Yeah, he's had a good run in the D series. I think this is his first D series. And he's announced himself in grand fashion. Came out in the very first game and started hitting the ball cleanly. He's an asset to have in your side, and hopefully he can do and repeat that performance for Sharjah.
Well, attempted leg spinner there from Keshav. Big turn away from the left-hander. Mishandled by the wicketkeeper. Yeah, he first started off with Ajman in previous D series. Then Sharjah snapped him up for this edition. And he's the kind of player who can clear the fences up from ball one. Clean timer of the ball.
What I like is his fearless approach. No matter what the situation or condition of the game is, he backs his skill and plays his shots freely. And you need somebody like that in this format. You need somebody who can come out and start hitting the ball from get-go. And Dania Liaquat definitely has that ability.
Oh, especially in the middle order, outside the power play overs. In the end, Keshav has done well. Picked up a key wicket and only conceded 11. 40 for 2 at the end of 4. So it's going to be trial by spin from both ends. Nabil Aziz coming on to bowl from the Bukhatir end. Does have the shorter leg side boundary, Shoaib. He'll need to be careful. Only 1 wicket in the tournament so far. Disappointing by his standards.
Yeah, you get to bowl only 2 overs in a match. And Nabil, who's had a great 50-over format tournament, the D50, hasn't been able to replicate that in this season of the D series, the D10. What I also feel is that Nabil, he's bowling a lot flatter in this format compared to what he was bowling in the 50-over format.
Yeah, he's been firing the ball in around 110 clicks, 115, rather than looking to flight and turn the ball. And I asked him about that. He said that's the onus given to me by the management. Heaved away. That was slower in the air. So he's been focusing on his economy rate rather than looking for wickets. Meanwhile, Keshav has been the one who's looked to attack from the neighboring end. So for the sake of the team, a bit of self-sacrifice. That was always a good attitude to take. It's not about your individual glory. That will come with time. Fujairah have had a lot of success in the D tournaments in the last 18 months. In fact, they did a clean sweep in 2024 of the D10, D20 and the D50. A tremendous achievement to have your side winning in all 3 white ball formats.
Yes, Fujairah have managed to build a team, and they've got a well-rounded playing 11. They've got some quality top order batters, very technically sound middle order. This one's darted again, too full, and down the leg side, missed by the keeper as well. It's going to race away for 4. Not the best from Nabil.
Once again, it was that ball fired in quick, but the line was all wrong. In the end, it's just kissed the front pad of Liaquat and run away for 4. Poor delivery, and rightfully getting punished for it. And even they have gotten lads capped by the UAE. Zahid Ali, Simranjeet Singh came in from the Fujairah squad. Nailed it, but is it in the gap? Yes, it is. Cow corner couldn't get there. 50 up.
They just waited for that one, that short delivery, Daniel, and that is what he's known for, to clear his front leg and send the ball packing. Targets the mid-wicket region, plays it in the gap. There is protection in the deep, but the placement was really good.
He's not too fussed about technique. See ball, hit ball. And this is high. And will clear a maximum after the boundary.
Well, finishes the over with a 6. Waited for this one. It was slower in the air and launched that up and over. Clean hit. 6 runs for Daniel Liaquat. 5 overs, 57 for 2.
Thank you, Ahmed and Shoaib, for entertaining all of us. Indeed, a good start for Team Sharjah. 5 overs gone, 57 for 2. Nabil expensive, given away 13 runs. And Daniel Liaquat looking extremely dangerous. And perfect time. Five overs, 57 for 2. Nurullah Ayubi 4 4. Daniel Liaquat looking extremely dangerous. Sabir Rao given away 11 runs, and perfect time for me to introduce Mudassir Ali in the com box. Welcome, Mudassir Ali.
Thank you, Rizwan. Couple of wickets down, but the youngster Nurullah and the man in form with the bat, Daniel Liaquat. A lot of hard work needs to be done by these two, but Fujairah is a kind of a team which is known for making comebacks, even in a shorter format. Though runs were leaked early in this innings, but they are the side who knows how to put the brakes.
A champion side for sure. In the absence of Adib Usmani, leading from the front is Mayank Chaudhary, doing all the good work, marshalling his troops to perfection. Goes for a big heave, change in the pace from Sabir Rao. Just did not get the connection right. Well, they've made some changes, Mudassir. The likes of Hamid Khan, who was looking absolutely dangerous. Luqman Faisal has been rested, has given the opportunity for the youngster Alishan Sharif, who's looked absolutely magnificent in the decider of the UAE versus Bangladesh series. They've got that start, and they've got the foundation laid for a big score.
A brave move by Khalisha and the management. Because after a couple of poor outings, they rested Luqman and Hamid. A low full toss, a mini helicopter comes into play by Daniel Liaquat, and he's a kind of a player, Daniel Liaquat, who never comes in that spotlight, but always delivers for the team. Whenever the team is under pressure, he rises to that occasion.
Well, he's been the player of the match in a couple of matches. Cool as cucumber, takes his own time, never gets bogged down with pressure. I tell you what, he delivers when it is required the most for the team.
A poor delivery, but all he could get is just a single. But still, the going has been good for Sharjah, because we have seen anything around 100 or 105 is a good target to defend in the second innings. two good teams battling against each other. D series is all about Sharjah and Fujairah. I reckon when these two, whenever they comes out in the middle, we all know what kind of battle we are going to witness.
It's always expected to be a high octane clash between these two sides. Full toss on offer and whipped away for a boundary. Danya Liaquat at its best.
I really don't understand the tactics of Sabir Rao here. An easy picking. He was lucky on the previous delivery. Nurullah, all he could get is a single, but now Daniel, what a connection, making sure to keep it away from the reach of fine leg fielder Rais, as well as that square leg fielder. 4 runs. He quickly moves to 17. Yet again, stamping his authority in this game.
Goes big. Gets the connection right and into the gap. Away she goes. Daniel Liaquat picks up a boundary off the final delivery. And what a good looking shot that was. 6 gone, 68 for 2. Keshav Sharma has been given the responsibility. Walks down the wicket. Nurullah does not get the connection right. Change in plan. Nabil Aziz was expensive in the previous outing, previous over. Immediately, the skipper Mayank Chaudhary getting his substitute, I would say, by Keshav Sharma.
Look at that. A brilliant and clean hitting continues by Daniel Liaquat. Keshav Sharma, who bowled an exceptional first over, now he's coming under the hammer of Daniel Liaquat.
We can't afford to bowl a full toss to Daniel Liaquat. A man who's in good form can hit you anywhere. Juicy full toss. Oh, big heave. Didn't get the connection right there, Daniel Liaquat.
Look at Daniel Liaquat. He's a kind of a player. He's quite a reputation, but always his performances are loud. What a batter, what a player. A quicker delivery way outside the off stump. An excellent decision.
He has been the go-to man for Team Sharjah. Rise into the occasion many a times. Throw him the ball, he'll deliver. Throw him with the bat, he will perform. And even in the field. Goes downtown. Gets the connection right, and away she goes for a maximum.
Liaquat continues to hammer the bowlers of Fujairah. Yet again, it's Daniel Liaquat's show here at Sharjah Cricket Stadium. He's having a gala of a time, clearing that front foot and goes straight over the bowler. What a hit, what a maximum.
Clean striking. Another full toss, kept low on that occasion, and it'll just be a single, but he's done the damage already in that over, Daniel Liaquat.
Rizwan, we have seen a number of players making it to that UAE national side through this platform, and I would love to see Daniel Liaquat to represent UAE side, but for that, the big question is his fitness. He needs to work on his fitness. What an over for Sharjah. Plenty of runs leaked by Keshav. So with that single, Sharjah moves to 82 for the loss of 2 at the end of over number 7.
Just to answer your question, Mudassar Ali, talking about the call up from the national side, when you represent the country, there are a lot of dimensions and aspects that the board would be looking at. And as you rightly mentioned, he's got all the ingredients to be a national player, but he needs to work on his fitness. And if he can get that right, shed a few kilos of weight, he'll definitely be a contender.
Yes, modern day cricket, it demands a lot. It's not only about hitting those sixes, also you need to be fit enough in the field, also those quick reflexes way down the leg. When you talk about the fitness, so one player who dominated in D series in the last couple of seasons is Rais Ahmed. Single-handedly won that final against Sharjah, the previous edition of D10 here at Sharjah Cricket Stadium. But for me, his fitness is a big concern.
Well, absolutely right. We've seen how he's done well in the series, and as you rightly mentioned against Sharjah, especially the likes of Shahbaz Ali and the entire bowling unit of Sharjah, he was absolutely magnificent. That is one aspect. The fitness. You've got to be quick between the wickets. It's always not the power game. And another good shot from the blade of Dania Liaquat. And if they get those things right, Mudassar Ali, why not? They might be in the team as well.
They have the talent. They are the match winners for their respective teams. Daniel Liaquat and Rais Ahmed. It's a very big platform and a big opportunity for all these players. Just showcase your talent, get those runs, get those wickets. Oh, an excellent delivery in the block hole. This young lad is bowling quite well.
Just as you mentioned, it's pure skill. Talking about Daniel Liaquat and Rais Ahmed, for the matter of fact, imagine that particular skill gets polished when you get those training sessions, when you get to have that one-on-one hurdles with your technical analyst. It will do wonders for them. Similarly, working towards the fitness goals would change a lot for them.
Absolutely, Rizwan. And at this stage, especially when you're playing a domestic cricket, looking forward to represent the national side, I think it's all about your hunger and the attitude. It was way outside the off stump. There was an opportunity to get some runs. Missed it completely. So as an individual, you need to really work hard. And especially at this stage, it will be really tough for them to find the fitness trainers. But again, luckily, we have quite a few fitness trainers in the circuit who are associated with a couple of domestic teams. So you can approach them, you can have the diet plan, and you can start working on your fitness.
Most certainly. Another full toss. Dania Liaquat would be gutted with himself. He missed out on a couple of them. And just to continue with that conversation, Mudassar, we, even at the international podium, talking about Team India, talking about Sarfraz Ahmed, who's consistently scoring runs in the domestic circuit. But because of his fitness, he was not selected to the national side. He was there for some time. Then again, even but now, he's, I think, lost close to 10 or 15 kilos and is looking absolutely magnificent.
Sometimes I feel whether to play this beautiful game of cricket, it's all about the numbers, those big runs, or it's about how do you look on television. But at the end, what matters is the performance, the runs and the wickets you take for your team.
Well, he's got the connection right. We'll have to wait for the umpire's call. It is a boundary. What a way he's manipulated it really well there, Daniel Liaquat.
A lone warrior, single-handedly getting those runs for his side. At the same time, his partner Noor is providing that support, but what a hit. Quick risk comes into play, and he forced the captain to make the change in the field now. The square leg is now pushed onto the ropes, and the long off comes inside the 30-yard circle.
Goes big in the slot, and that's been hammered in the... No, it has been taken. I thought for a second it was traveling all the way for a maximum. But in the end, a very good catch in the deep. Falak Noor picks up a wicket off the final delivery.
A good comeback by Falak Noor. The danger man departs, trying to go big towards that cow corner. Got the elevation, not the distance, and delighted. Look at the celebration of Falak Noor. He knows the importance of this wicket. So Daniel Liaquat departs. In fact, it was... I think Daniel Liaquat is also out, and they have asked Nurullah to get retired out here. So 2 new batters walking in for Sharjah. .90. They have lost Daniel Liaquat. At the same time, the management and the captain, they think, okay, Noor, you have lost your partner, so it's good time. You can also join your partner back in the dugout. You have got those runs, good partnership, which came to an end in the previous over.
Well, he was not scoring at a good pace, Nurullah Ayubi, and that could be the reason why they've made that change. And 2 new batters, Khuzaima bin Tanveer and Halan, the new batter, and Nabil Aziz will bowl his second over. Was expensive, and it's perfect time for him to get his economical figures right.
But still, I think the shorter format, going for 12-13 runs as a spinner on this track, he did a good job. Because throughout this series, we have seen him bowling those economical overs. The expectations are very high from Nabil Aziz. Towards the top stick channel, he did a better throw, but couple of runs on offer. So new 2 batters out there in the middle, Halan and Khuzaima bin Tanveer. It was Liaquat, the change of pace, a well disguised, cunning, slower delivery, got better of Daniel Liaquat.
Oh, an inside edge. And with the pace Nabil Aziz is bowling, it will trickle away towards the boundary ropes. He's been darting in those deliveries, Nabil Aziz. And yet again, an inside edge getting the boundary.
Lucky runs, but what matters are the runs for Sharjah. And the basics are not right for the wicket keeper. Not helping the cause of his team. The wicket keeper of Fujairah, expensive, is Nabil Aziz. Another one in the slot. Management given him a role, which we have already discussed a couple of times, Rizwan. In this tournament, he has been used as a bowler who can contain. And they told him clearly that you are the bowler who needs to stop the flow of the runs. Don't look for the wickets. That is the reason we are seeing him just getting a couple of wickets so far.
You're absolutely right. And it has pierced the 2 fielders. What was happening out there? That should have been easily stopped. And Nabil Aziz cannot believe it.
2 fielders can stop the boundary, but I think they made a mess out of it. Aryansh and Keshav. Look at that. Ball watching, and all of a sudden a discussion between Keshav and Aryansh. I'm not sure what they are talking about, but in the process 4 runs and 100 comes up for Sharjah. A quicker delivery one more time. Plenty of runs leaked by Nabil Aziz. An ordinary piece of fielding, Rizwan.
Well, absolutely. You cannot afford to do that. That should have been. They could have easily saved a couple of runs there. Another full length. It'll just be a single. With that, Nabil Aziz will finish off his spell. Given away 26 runs. 103 for 3 are Sharjah. $103 for 3 after 9. Mudassir, what do you reckon will be scored off this final over? Remember, Sanjay Pahal was expensive in his first over. 11 runs, I should be alright. Do you think 10 or 12 runs is doable here?
I think they'll be looking to go beyond that 110 just to give that psychological advantage and that momentum on the side. Oh, what a delivery. Sanjay Pahal was expensive in his first over, but what a start. In the block hole, nowhere near the ball, trying to go towards that leg side, misses the line completely.
You mentioned it. This is exactly what Fujairah is all about. They know how to get back into the game. Remember, it's the death over, and the death over specialist pulling that beautiful Yorker, getting the better of Khuzaima bin Tanveer. 8 of 5 for him. Sharjah out 103 for 4. In comes another destructive left-hand batter. Awais, clean hitter of the ball. Awais Ali Shah, a handy spinner as well. A good all-rounder to have in your team. Quite known as a finisher for the team that he's associated with, Sharjah. Slow one, beautiful delivery, nicely disguised. Another dot delivery. But this is what Sanjay Pahal is all about.
A good start to the over, getting a wicket. Now a dot delivery. Just 22 years old, Awais Ali. Known for getting those quick runs. A big match player.
Slower delivery, bit of mix up, but they managed to steal a single.
Oh, what a delivery. Change of pace. Beaten was Awais Ali. And look at that, he took his own time, the wicket keeper. Never a single. But smart was Mohammad Halan. Every run matters in this game, Rizwan.
Well, it certainly matters. It's usually Adib Usmani who does the glove work for Team Fujairah due to his injury. It's Rohit Rathi who has taken that responsibility. Goes for a big heave. It'll just be a single. They look for 2, in fact. Throw at the right end and will get Halan. He'll be back in the dugout.
Look at that, he's fit enough. The tough conditions. Yet again a brilliant delivery. Putting that extra effort, running behind the ball. Clean pickup and good release. And good work done by Rathi. Short of his crease is Haaland. Just a single. What an over in progress. Just a couple of runs. 105 for the loss of 5.
105 for 5, and in comes Tahir at number 7. 2 deliveries. Can he pick up a maximum here? Another beautiful delivery. They look for 2, but I reckon it's right for Sharjah to have Awais. Has got the shorter boundary onto the onside, and I can target that particular area, especially towards the cow corner.
I reckon it won't be easy because he's up against that experienced Sanjay Pahal. He's making sure not to provide that pace. And look at that. Excellent piece of fielding of his own bowling. Quick release. It was the end of Mohammad Halan. Now he needs to be very smart. We all know he's a big hitter, but also he can clear that offside ring as well. You need to play as per the merit of the delivery. For the one last time in this inning, Sanjay runs in. Oh, what a delivery in the block hole. He was convinced, but not convinced with the umpire. So just a single. Smart work by Rathi. So all they could get is just 4 runs in that final over of Sanjay Pahal. Still asking that question to GBLX.
Well, let's have a look at that. Yeah, it was impact was outside, and Sanjay was animated out there. They looked for 2, a bit of mix-up. Awais. And in the end, Tahir could not reach on time, and they managed to score 107. Awais Ali just could not contribute much towards the end. Let's have a look at the batting card. Winning the toss, Team Fujairah elected to bowl first. Alishan was looking absolutely magnificent, continuing his good form from the previous international outing. 19 of 14 for him. Khalid Shah 10 of 8, but it was that man who made the difference. Dania Liaquat 37 of 18. And talking about the bowling figures, none for 22 for Sabir. Sanjay was expensive in his first over, 11 in the first, and then he came back strongly. Falak Noor 2 for 15 for him. Keshav picked up a wicket, and Nabil expensive as well. 16 extras in that tally. Then, talking about the highlights, it was Alishan Sharf who started off extremely well, getting those boundaries with comfort and ease. Khalid Shah joined the party as well. They laid the foundation for a big score. It was looking absolutely dangerous. Alishan Sharf, then Falak Noor with the slower delivery got a better of Alishan Sharf. It was Khalid Shah who was caught in the deep. Then it was Dania Liaquat's show, getting those runs to all corners of the park, especially towards the onside, against the spinners as well as against the seamers. He made it look completely different for Team Sharjah. And in the end, it was caught in the deep. And ever since the departure of Dania Liaquat, Team Sharjah did struggle. Sanjay Pahal was magnificent in his second over. Picked up a wicket and then a run out as well. It was an animated appeal from him. And that's exactly what they've managed to score. 107 in their allotted 10 overs. Right, then we will dive into a short break, and when we'll be back, it will be Fujairah who would need to score 108 at the rate of 10.8.
Welcome back to the 7 Districts presents Emirates D10 2025 powered by Fancode. Match number 18 in progress. Sharjah batting first managed a score of 107 led by Dania Liaquat and Ali Shan Sharafu. But in terms of the bowling, Fujairah were outstanding. 2 wickets for Falak Noor and Sanjay Pahal did a very good job as well. 1 for 14. Keshav Sharma took a bit of tap but 1 for 25 overall. Decent figures. 16 extras given, so that is perhaps something Fujairah needs to work on. But a target of 108 set by Sharjah certainly seems to be a chaseable score. Rizwan ur Rahman alongside me in the combox. Good afternoon and welcome back.
Good afternoon, Ahmed. 107 for 6 with the kind of batting lineup Fujairah has. They can chase it down. The likes of Mayank, who's looked absolutely magnificent. Talking about Sanjay Pahal as well. Rohit Rathi didn't yet come to the party, but the top order will have to fire.
Absolutely. The power play overs will be key. And we have the openers for Fujairah in the middle. Left of your screen is Mohit Kalyan. To the right is the captain, Mayank Chaudhary. And he was certainly, like you mentioned, he's been in prime form in this D10. Let's see if he can continue that purple patch outside the summer break.
Well, he's certainly taken the responsibility and the onus on his shoulders, Mayank Chaudhary. You're absolutely right. When you have those breaks, sometimes it may not go in your favor, but he's a complete batsman, technically sound, but in a D10 format, it's all about the see ball, hit ball concept. 133 runs, mind you, in 5 innings so far.
Yeah, he's done really well and will be tested by the man marking out his run-up, Wasim Akram. The name says it all. Mohit Kalyan, been a bit more sedate, strike rate of only 150, needs to improve in that department, but he is a technically sound player and it's a good batting surface today. I feel the teams have not scored as well as they would have liked so far.
Well, he's up against his own team, which he was playing in the D50, Sharjah, so this will be a good contest. A lot of changes for Team Sharjah as well in terms of bowling. They've made some changes. Wasim Akram, he's looking absolutely magnificent. A lot would rely upon his shoulders as well. Well, it's the power play which is the crucial factor in this game.
Absolutely. And let's take a look at the field setup. There's a deep third and a deep square leg in position for Wasim. Ring field on the offside. So needs to bowl back of length here. Maybe challenge them with the horizontal bat shots. Let's see if Mayank is willing to accept the challenge. And the umpire says, let's play indeed. Should be an intriguing run chase. It's not a target that is too overwhelming. You expect if Fujairah bat their 10 overs well, they can get to that target of 108. First ball of the run chase. Wasim to Mayank. Lofted and just over mid-on. It won't travel all the way. Ali Shan will rein it in. But Mayank would have had his heart in his mouth there.
They've got off to a start. Couple of runs to the scoreboard. It didn't get the connection right, as you rightly mentioned. And Alishan Sharfu there doing the chase. 108, Ahmed, as you rightly pointed out, when in a shorter format of the game, it's just that one partnership that you would need, one batter, if he can go well, just like what we've seen from Dania Liaquat.
Yeah, who can produce that kind of cameo for Fujairah? Time will tell. Leading edge, ballooning towards third. And just landing in front of him. Ibrahim Masood out there was interested for a while. Lucky escape from Mayank.
Oh, certainly was lucky Mayank on that occasion. It was in the no man's land. And just talking about some changes even that Sharjah has made. They rested their ace openers, Luqman Faisal and Hamid Khan. But yet they've still managed to get to that target of 107.
Yeah, absolutely. With the likes of Ali Shan Sharafu coming into the side. They're also missing Mohammad Irfan, one of their regular all-rounders. Took a hand injury earlier in the tournament, so they're sweating on his recovery as well. Hint of shape on that one, but elegant clip. And what timing from Mohit Kalyan. That's a fabulous shot.
Well, he's technically extremely sound, I must say, Mohit Kalyan. Using the pace on offer and guiding it to perfection is Mohit Kalyan there. And a good boundary for Team Fujairah.
Very vintage old school shot that. Just a clip off the pads and he hit it square enough to beat the square leg fielder. He's moved a lot straighter now. Quick single, this could be a run out. A direct hit, and I think Mayank would have been late.
I didn't get that start right properly. Mayank Chaudhary on that occasion. A bit delayed start from him. A lucky escape for him yet again. He's been twice lucky today. Let's have a look at that. A shy at the stumps from Ibrahim Masood. Oh.
Oohs and ahs indeed. In the com box and in the ground. It was that change of pace delivery. He immediately set off, but like you mentioned, was a bit slow out of the blocks. Change in the field as the mid-off will drop to the fence. Huzaima bin Tanveer, watch out for him. He's got red hot pace as well. And the square leg. So third has remained in the circle. And goes exactly in that direction. Good looking punchy drive coming from Mayank. He certainly is a very elegant player when in full flow.
Oh, it's a treat to watch him, especially in the longer formats of the game. Takes his time initially. And once he gets going, it's quite impressive to watch out.
Was part of the UAE squad for the ACC Men's Emerging Cup. Had some decent performances. Certainly is a player that selectors have a keen eye on. This is an important D tournament for him as captain as well. Inside edge. The good old-fashioned French cut. And will find the fence.
We've seen that coming in the previous innings as well against Nabil Aziz. And this time around it is Wasim Akram. Unlucky for Wasim. But Team Fujairah will take it. A boundary to close out the over. At the end of one, Fujairah are 13 for none.
So it's going to be spin operating from the Sharjah Cricket Academy and Dania Liaquat. Interesting choice made here is one.
This could be a gamble. We've seen in the previous outing, especially between Ajman and Abu Dhabi, the opening bowlers did restrict the batters. It was not easy to score runs off them, but this will be an interesting move.
Long on and a deep square leg in position for Mayank Chaudhary. Yet to find his first boundary. Skewed in the air. There is that fielder in the deep. But just in front of him. Needed to be a few yards in. And that would have been all over.
He mixes it up really well, Dania Liaquat. And especially when the skipper throws it at you. You've got to come and bowl. He always have done well.
A very high arm action. Will get some revs on the ball. Long on to his right and beautifully placed by Mohit Kalyan.
Good looking shot from the blade of Mohit Kalyan. He knew where the vacant area was. The fielder was straight up towards that long on region and he's picked up the gap.
Just shows it's a very good wicket to bat on. Hitting on the rise and hit it just to the right of that fielder. Needed to miss him. So Mohit Kalyan has come out with great intent this afternoon. Is timing the ball well as well. Could this be his breakout innings in the D10? Mid-off in the circle, backpedaling. Just miscued that lofted drive. And in the end, they've only picked up one run. That's not great running. In fact, they've taken two, pardon me.
He's just trying to up the ante there. Mohit Kalyan has got those runs already. They're looking good, Team Fujairah. Just got to be mindful of not losing the wicket here.
They still have another over of power play after this. You would imagine if this pair remains. Good arm ball, bowled it into the wicket and a hint of drift in the air as well.
But this is what he can bring to the table, Ahmed. We've seen him numerous amount of times, the quicker ones, the slow ones, enticing the batter to go after him. He mixes it up really well, Dania Liaquat.
A very cunning spin bowler, Dania Liaquat. Punchy drive. Long on has a lot of distance to cover. And he will do well to get around. Ibrahim Masood, the ball is following him.
young legs, and he's done well. And he'll be one bowler to watch out for. Quite impressive. But again, it's a shorter format, Ahmed. Not easy for the bowlers, especially in the shorter format of the game. As you can see, all the batters would like to go all guns blazing.
Been a balanced power play so far. Not favouring either side. Just about going at the required Fujairah. Very slow in the air. Had to check his shot. But in the end, he's done well. Power play done. Will they take the floating power play immediately? We'll find out soon. 23 for no loss. Well, interesting move here. They're hanging on to the floating power play just yet, Rizwan.
They've got some big hitters in the back end, especially in the lower middle order. Talking about Sanjay Pahle, he's been quite destructive. Maybe that could be the reason. 3 wickets for Awais Ali Shah so far into the attack for the first time.
This is high. It's a miscue. Or is it Khuzaima? Great effort put in. Put the leap in, but the ball will carry just about.
Well, he did everything right to hold on to it. Just could not get through it. It was high and handsome. And Mohit Kalyan is looking absolutely magnificent.
Not quite out of the middle, but it had the height which allowed it to carry. Let's take a look here. Oh, that would have been stunning from Khuzaima bin Tanveer. What an athlete he is. In the end, just couldn't arch his back enough. And will just about carry over the fence for 6. So if you want to operate like that, then why didn't you take the power play? That's my question.
I reckon it's up to Mayank Chaudhary. Another good shot from Mohit Kalyan. That was hit with some brute force. A lot of muscular power behind that shot.
Yeah, it was floaty and in the slot. And he's already looking to be hyper aggressive. Got exactly the ball he wanted. And long off, Khuzaima had no chance. That was hit too far, too straight. 28 of 10. This is a brilliant cameo. He challenges the long on and will clear once more. Dealing in 6s is Mohit Kalyan.
He's putting up a show here at the Sharjah Stadium, Mohit Kalyan. The fireworks are on display. And look at that shot. Using his feet to perfection. And getting another maximum. An expensive over so far from Awais.
Oh, down the leg side. Mishandled by the keeper. Further runs here. And waiting for the umpire signal. 5 wides. The pain continues for Awais Ali Shah.
Well, unfortunate for Awais. He just didn't get the line and length right on that occasion. Was trying to stay away from the hitting arc of Mohit Kalyan. In the process has given away 5 wides. Freebies on offer from Team Sharjah.
Very poor over. 21 runs leaked in 3 legal deliveries. Long on, Alishan. Just about gets there. And getting this over outside of power play overs, a huge bonus for Fujairah.
Oh, it certainly is. 22 already scored. We've seen 36 scored in the previous encounter, especially the over of Issam Matiur Rab going for 36 runs. And now, Mohit Kalyan looking absolutely magnificent.
Fabulous knock indeed. And all Mayank needs to do is just plot the ball around. This game is starting to slip away from Sharjah.
Smart and intelligent bit of cricket from Mayank. Well, he's seen runs coming from the other end quite comfortably, and rightly so. He's just feeding him the strike and the right approach from Mayank.
Flashes at it, but will only find the sweeper cover. But momentum is with the Orange Army at the moment. 47 for no loss. Right then, GB Alex gives us the signal. Floating power play enforced by Fujairah. And Khalisha has had to turn to his quickest bowler, Khuzaima bin Tanveer. This should be exciting stuff, Rizwan.
This will be an interesting contest. When you've got that your ace bowler into the attack against Mohit Kalyan, who's looking absolutely destructive. He's on a destructive mode today. 36 of 13. But that's exactly what you need in the shortest format, Ahmed.
No issues with the strike rate this afternoon. He's striking the ball well, punishing the spinners in particular. Let's see what he does against right arm fast. Deep point, deep square leg as the shadows lengthen here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Will be operating from the academy end. Right in the block hole. Excellent ball to start. And Mayank Chaudhary, over to you.
Khuzaima, quite an experienced campaigner. Comes from the back of Abu Dhabi T10 League. He had an incredible outing even in the ILT T20 as well. So a lot would rely upon him for Team Sharjah to bounce back in this game.
Oh, he is high class through and through. Young right arm fast bowler from Faisalabad. What a brilliant slower delivery. Completely outwitted Mayank.
Has outfoxed him completely. Absolutely right. Changer from Khuzaima bin Tanveer, and especially when you have that skill and you're coming out and bowling in the power play, quite impressive. Let's have a look at that. Oh, wow.
That was the back of the hander there. Very nicely executed there. He's a thinking fast bowler, not a brute. He can punish you on that hard length, but he can knock you over as well with those Yorkers. Outside edge, third in the circle. 50 up for Fujairah.
A quicker bumper on that occasion from Khuzaima bin Tanveer. And Mayank, all he had to do was clear that inner circle towards the deep third region. And he does it in style. Look at that. The uppercut coming in play.
Yeah, that is a shot that has come back in fashion rather. It was Sachin Tendulkar who first executed it. Then it disappeared. Now it's back. And easy pickings. Now all they have to do is just knock the ball around. They're well ahead of the game.
Oh, they certainly have. They've got the game under control. They don't need to do anything silly from here on. They've got everything in line to chase that total down. And with 10 wickets in hand, you're truly in the driver's seat.
Sharjah feeling the heat. Remember, they lost their previous match before the mid-season break in the D10. Nice looking flick, but there is a long leg in position. If he had hit it either yard of him, it would have been 4.
Just could not find the gap on that occasion, Mohit Kalyan, but he's done exceptionally well. 38 of 15 for him. Team Sharjah will have to do something special to come back in this game.
Excellent opening stand here. Great combination made by this pair. Fire and ice. And extras will be gifted as well. Remember, Fujairah themselves gave 16 runs as extras. So Sharjah repaying the favor.
He was just trying to come up with those slower deliveries and just completely missing his line on that occasion, Khuzaima Tanveer. He knows how good of a player Mayank Chaudhary is. He's kept quiet on the other end as Mohit has stolen the show so far.
Quick single to mid-off. Throw is at the wrong end. And they have managed the floating power play well. 4 overs gone, 56 for no loss for Fujairah. Irfan Yusufzai coming into the attack, another honest right arm seamer. 52 needed of the next 6 overs, Rizwan. Does feel like game in hand for Fujairah.
Well, it certainly is. They have the firepower, the likes of Rais Ahmed, Sanjay Pahal, Rohit Rathi. So they are truly in control of the game at the moment.
Oh, there's square leg in the circle. I think Mohit Kalyan forgot about that fielder. Never was a single there. The last thing you want in this scenario is a self-inflicted wound like a run out.
You're absolutely right there. You've got to be mindful. They've got the game in control. 52 of 35. Required run rate under 10 runs and over.
Just need to keep your wits about you, do Fujairah. Interesting field setup here for Yusufzai. He has a deep point, deep cover, long off, long on and a deep wicket. So fine leg, third and square leg, all three are in the circle.
Yeah, it's the game plan to just dart in those Yorkers just to make sure it doesn't give any room whatsoever. This will be an interesting contrast. Mohit is not going to hold back.
It's been his best knock of the D10 so far for sure. Oh, what a shot! Up and over extra cover. Brilliance from Mohit Kalyan.
There was one for the cameraman. As easy as you like. And that's his favorite shot. Goes towards that extra cover region. Well, he's bludgeoned that. Getting right of the meat of the bat.
Hold the pose. Snap, snap. Elegant shot. Class personified from Mohit Kalyan. This time a bit more uncultured, but unbelievable that was.
Oh, that was absolutely magnificent, the previous one. Well, he's known for those extra cover shots. We've seen him the D50 series as well. Getting those boundaries and maximums at ease.
Very good player in the longer formats as well. And it's taken him a bit of time, but he's adapted to D10 as well. 46 now needed of 32. Fujairah in complete control. Hard drive, but not quite out of the middle. But good to see that the surfaces here at the D10, they were a bit sluggish at the start of the tournament. Now looking like an absolute batting beauty.
Yeah, we've seen the batters of Abu Dhabi, especially the likes of Ali Abed and Rohan Mustafa. And in the previous innings from Dania Liaquat and Mohit Kalyan now, it looks like a belter of a track. It'll be easy for teams chasing it down.
You certainly need 120 plus here. Attempted Yorker. In the end, Irfan has not bowled a bad over. But Fujairah are bossing the game. 64 for no loss at the halfway stage.
A flying start has been provided by the captain Mayank Chaudhary and Mohit Kalyan, and Ibrahim Masood has been introduced. 4 wickets to his name. The young leggy, known for breaking the partnerships. Desperately looking for a breakthrough here. Straight away, trying to go big. Nurullah settling in, and he drops. Oh, what have we done? The partnership still continues out there in the middle. A brilliant knock we are witnessing from Mohit, but an ordinary shot. First time in this innings we have seen. Was not in control, trying to go big. Unlucky is Ibrahim Masood. Using the feet one more time, and no mistake by Mohammad Halan. What a take. Under pressure, all eyes wide open. At last, a wicket goes down.
Yeah, Mohit was looking dangerous. He did get a chance on the previous delivery, but this time Halan makes it count. Not the easiest of catches. Had to run all the way across from mid-wicket to cow corner. Eyes on the ball and grabs it. So the first wicket down, Mohit Kalyan has done his job. 46 of 20, would have loved to get to his 50. Not today. 66 for 1.
So Mohit Kalyan is back in the hut, and arrives Harshit Kaushik. Not having a good time in this edition of D10. Just 21 runs under his belt. Ibrahim Masood yet again providing that breakthrough onto the pads. Needed a better throw, a direct hit. Are we going upstairs? Lightning quick was Mayank Chaudhary. What a tournament he is having, Mayank Chaudhary with the bat. The absence of Adib Usmani leading the side. And at the other end we have this young leggy Ibrahim Masood bowling the 6th over and straight away getting that big wicket of Mohit Kalyan. In the slot, is there a chance? Just falling short of the fielder, Daniel Liaquat. Brave enough is Ibrahim Masood, not afraid to give that flight, inviting the batter to go big. It was Awais Ali, in fact, the fielder had long gone.
Brings out the sweep, Harshit. Bat on it. But good over this from Ibrahim. And he's bringing Sharjah back in the game. Although Fujairah still have 9 wickets. That's the appeal. But clearly there was bat involved. So good decision from the umpire, GB Alex. Another chance, another opportunity. And Halan makes no mistake. 2 catches in the over. 2 wickets for Ibrahim. Both the openers back in the dugout.
One more time. This time it was Mayank Chaudhary trying to go big towards that deep extra cover. They have the services of Mohammad Halan. What a take. It was miles up in the air. What an over from Ibrahim Masood. Going for just 5 runs, couple of wickets. That's the end of Mayank Chaudhary. Manages 15 in 14 balls, 69 for the loss of 2 at the end of over number 6. Slightly that pendulum shifting in favor of bowling side with those couple of wickets going in the previous over. So two new batters out there in the middle. Rais Ahmed joins Harshit Kaushik. Still plenty of runs required for Fujairah. Irfan Yusufzai has been reintroduced by captain Khalid Shah. Now it will be left hand right hand combination. Backward point, deep extra cover, long off, long on, deep mid wicket. 5 fielders stationed outside the 30-yard circle. Fine leg, short square leg in fact, towards that leg side. One of the most improved and impressive fast bowlers in this edition of D10, Irfan Yusufzai Shoaib.
Yes, he's impressed one and all, and has done well for Team Sharjah. Started off well in the game as well. Just 8 runs of his first over. He's up against Rais Ahmed. Hasn't had a good tournament so far. Decent strike rate of 152, but he needs to score big. Opens the face of the bat and is off the mark. Rais straight away with a single. But they need to start again, Harshit and Rais. They've lost their openers. The skipper is back in the dugout for Fujairah. It's not a big score. 37 of 22, definitely possible. And the Dubai team waiting to play next, along with Mr. Amin Farooq. Another appeal, and it's given. A big appeal, and Harshit Kaushik showing his bat. But the umpire Sunish thinks otherwise. Irfan Yusufzai gets a wicket.
A brilliant delivery. Not sure whether there was a bat involved, but what matters that finger going up. And in quick time, 3 wickets down for Fujairah. So the poor run of form with the bat continues for Kaushik. 71 for the loss of 3.
Well, Fujairah in a spot of bother. They've lost 3 quick wickets. And suddenly, Sharjah making a way back in the game. Sanjay Pahel is the new batter who's come out to bat for Fujairah. An all-rounder. Strike rate of 268, which is really good. Best of 23, and they'll need that from Sanjay today.
Just a couple of runs and a wicket in this over so far. Another brilliant delivery in the block hole. Off the mark straight away. He's a big man. 2 clean hitters of this cricket ball. Rais Ahmed and Sanjay Pahel. Can they rescue the team? They started off really well, but the last 8 deliveries, they lost 3 wickets. Whoa, what a delivery. A good decision by umpire Sunish. A change of pace. The batter misses the line completely. He needs to find a boundary here. Rais Ahmed. Played straight towards that long off region. Last couple of overs going in favor of Sharjah. It's the beauty of this game. 1 or 2 good overs and you're back in the hunt. They were on the back foot when Mayank and especially Mohit Kalyan, They were out there in the middle. Boundaries were easy to come. But all of a sudden, the boundaries are dried up here. And that required run rate climbing up to 11.5. A low full toss. Good connection. No chance for Alishan Sharifu. A much needed boundary for Fujairah from the blade of Sanjay Pahal. But still a good over from Irfan. Trying to bowl that Yorker, slight error, and converted that York into a low full toss. And manages to keep it away from the reach of Alishan Sharifu. So with that boundary, 7 overs done. Fujairah 77 for the loss of 3. The boundary in the previous over's final delivery, that required run rate coming down to 10.33. An all important over. Daniel Liaquat to Rais Ahmed. Still 31 needed. Played inside out. What a hit. What a connection. 1 bounce, 4 runs.
Daniel Liaquat starts with a full delivery outside off, and Rais was looking for a big boundary, looking to break the shackles, goes over extra cover. A boundary early in the over is always good news for the batting side. And now he's hit that towards a long on. Good fielding in the deep. And will keep down to a single.
Last 3 deliveries which they played, they got to 9 runs. Slowly the momentum shifting in favor of the batting side. Sanjay Pahal, we all know what he can do with the bat. A clean hitter. Daniel Liaquat, can he strike here? Back off hand delivery. Oh, look at that power generator on the back foot. A maximum, and all of a sudden runs are coming thick and fast. So plenty of runs in this over. And now that equation, 20 needed of 15 balls. Sanjay Pahal quickly moves to 11. He anticipated that back of lane delivery quite early, shifting his weight on the back foot, and there you go. Oh, what a hit. So 11 runs so far. Rais on 7, Sanjay on 11, Fujairah on 88. Now just 20 needed. The management has done an extremely good job getting this lad drafted in this side, making a name for himself, a true all-rounder, Sanjay Pahal. They were in control, but last 5 deliveries, Fujairah were able to get 16 runs. Wicketless so far, Daniel Liaquat. A little partnership. The right time flourishing for Fujairah. Another one toward the leg side. Is there a chance for Nurullah? Just dropping short of Nurullah Yubi. The damage has been done by Sanjay Pahal in this over. A big over from Daniel Liaquat. 8 overs gone, 91 for the loss of 3.
Well, it's going to be Khuzaima bin Tanveer, another up-and-coming cricketer in the domestic cricket, and one of the many talented fast bowlers that are on display at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium in this 7 districts Emirates D10. To win 17 of 12, game is getting interesting, and this penultimate over will be a very important one in the context of the game. First ball, he's launched it, and that's gone into the stands. So Sanjay Pahal has brought Fujairah back in the game, and while he's out there, hopes for Fujairah chasing this down are pretty high. Not the best of starts from Khuzaima. It was on the pads just at the right length. What a hit. 11 needed of 11. Run a ball from here on. And clearly now Fujairah in control of this run chase. Khuzaima missed his mark. Now goes full. And this is sensible batting from Sanjay. He knows the importance of him staying out there and scoring the winning runs. Doesn't try to hit the ball too hard or in the air. Just takes a single rotate strike. He knows he's got an able partner in Rais. Things looking in control now. Oh, this is where Khuzaima changes the tide in the favour of Team Sharjah. Brings out the slower delivery, executes it well, and Rais played all over it. Played way too early. Let's look at that again. An inside edge, and the ball crashes into the stumps. Not the right approach from Rais, and he departs. Fujairah lose their fourth, 98 for 4. Slower bouncer from Khuzaima, and Keshav plays that for a single. Sanjay has scored 20 runs of 7 deliveries. Nine needed of 8. Goes big, over extra. No chance for the fielder. He's just a mere spectator. And Sanjay looking to finish things off in the over. 3 runs needed now. Tournament 6 is 144. What a shot that is from Sanjay. Was not in his range, but he still went for it. Great hand-eye coordination. And a majestic hit for maximum. 3 needed now. Looking to finish. Shot ball, pulled. It's in the gap, and that is it. The winning moment for Fujairah. They chase it down comfortably in the end. And Sharjah will have to wait for another 2 points to their name. It's Fujairah who will be the happiest side, and thanks to this entertaining, quick-fire knock from Sanjay Pahal. Showed great temperament and exhibited some really good batting skills. Fujairah winning the game by 6 wickets.
What a tournament this lad is having with the bat as well with the ball. And he continues to excel. And he continues to strike that ball. The strike rate of almost 280, 290. The team started off really well thanks to Mohit Kalyan. What a partnership between Mohit and Mayank at top of the order. Mohit getting quick 46. Once Mohit was back in the head, was joined by Mayank and Harshit. A partnership between Sanjay and Rice. The right time for Fujairah, the rescue rangers. But what a knock. 13 just 9 balls and getting past that 108 in just 9 overs. An all important couple of points in the kitty of Fujairah. The bowlers, they started off really well, but the back end of the innings, they leaked plenty of runs. The likes of Daniel Khuzema, they were punished by Sanjay Pahal. So Sharjah not able to defend the target of 108 against Fujairah. Now let's see the highlights of this run chase of Fujairah. Mayank and Mohit Kalyan, they came out with a plan, especially Kalyan. He looked in control, getting those boundaries and maximum set well. It was all about the pure timing and power of Mohit Kalyan. He was very strong against the fast bowlers as well as the spinners, and a clean hitting. Timing has been impeccable. It was the fall of Mohit Kalyan. Back-to-back wickets going down in that over of Ibrahim Masood and Mohammad Halan making no mistake. And Harshit Kaushik, he came and short stay at the crease, managing just 5. And then arrived Sanjay Pahal for Fujairah. What a clean hitting. Hitting those quick runs in quick time. And also making sure that Fujairah gets those couple of points. A big unit, a big lad, making a name for himself. A finisher here in UAE, playing for Fujairah. Sanjay Pahal, a player to watch. And match number 18 going in favor of Fujairah, winning this game by 8 wickets. And let's see the match summary. Winning the toss, and Fujairah captain Mayank Chaudhary invited his counterpart Khalid Shah to bat first. They were in trouble, but Daniel Liaquat yet again getting those quick runs, 37 of just 18 balls. Some contribution from Ali Shan and Khalid Shah, and Sharjah posted a respectable total on board, 107 for the loss of 6. Falak Noor was the pick of the bowler, a couple of wickets to his name. When the chase started, it was Mohit Kalyan show at the top of the order, getting 46 in no time, and Sanjay Pahal remained unbeaten on 30 in just 9 deliveries. So it took just 9 overs for Fujairah to go past that 108. So Fujairah won this game by 6 wickets. And just a right time. Just a right time to dive into short break. Once we are back, it will be post-match presentation of this game.
Mic check. Will be taking on Dubai. To lead Team Abu Dhabi, it is Rohan Mustafa, and Ronak Panoli will be. post-match presentation of match number 18 that was played between Fujairah and Sharjah. When you have these two teams battling it out, it is always expected to be a cracker of a contest. Fujairah bowling first, they've managed to restrict Sharjah for 107, and in response they've comfortably chased it down in 9 overs. There were quite a few notable performances. It was one man who stood out with the ball as well as with the bat. It's time for me to introduce you to Mr. Iftikhar Ali, who will be handing over the Player of the Match award to Sanjay Pahal for his all-round performance. 1 for 14 with the ball and 30 of just 9 deliveries. He's been absolutely magnificent, a great ad for Team Fujairah. Sanjay, doing what you do the most.
भाई साहब हिंदी में बात करो पहले तो.
आप काफ़ी अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस था, बॉलिंग से भी आपने काफ़ी अच्छा परफॉर्म किया, फिर बैटिंग में भी आपने कंट्रीब्यूट किया. ये आपका मोड रहा है ऑलवेज?
थैंक यू भैया. बस हमारा एक्चुअली टीम की प्लानिंग है ये कि भाई जैसे स्टार्टिंग में मैं 1 ओवर डालता हूँ सर्कल में, तो कोशिश रहती है कि भाई उसमें कम रन जाए, और बाद में थोड़ा सा बॉल रिवर्स होता है तो उस पर थोड़ा कंट्रोल करना इजी रहता है. और बैटिंग में भैया हमारा अच्छा स्टार्ट हो गया था, तो बस यही था कि बाद में जाके बस फिनिश करना था, वो ऊपर वाले की उससे बस मिल गई बोले. तो
क्लीन हिटिंग है, चाहे वो स्पिनर्स क्यों ना हो, पेसर्स क्यों ना हो, काफ़ी कंफर्टेबली आप बाहर मारते हो उन लोगों को.
एक्चुअली मैं प्रैक्टिस बहुत की है स्टार्टिंग में ना, तो इंडिया में था, मैं फर्स्ट क्लास क्रिकेट खेला हूँ, तो प्रैक्टिस मैंने ऐसी की है कि भाई थोड़ा इजी रहता है यहाँ पे ना, तो इसलिए बस.
मैन ऑफ द मैच किसको डेडिकेट करना चाहते हो?
ऊपर वाले.
बहुत शुक्रिया हमसे बात करने के लिए. गो वेल. Well, that was Sanjay Pahal, the player of the match. Don't go anywhere. We've got a couple of games lined up for you, where Team Dubai will be taking on Team Abu Dhabi.